welcome my Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need read for this April in 2022? I am your reader, fellow Virgo, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box, creator on Patreon, patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. I'm the Archangel Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hope you're doing well. I'm having so much fun with that. The creativity is endless. If you are new to the channel, just get down to it. If you're new to the channel, we are Virgos, right? Details. 7-card draw is just one card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waning moon from full to new in April 2022, which also rhymes, and that's lovely. Only for a year, and only once a month. Let's look at it. The full moon in Libra, Saturday, April 16th, 12:54 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York, so a little bit before 3 p.m. East Coasters. So you want to hit that beforehand. I'm going to be doing my magic most likely the night before, but we'll see. Friday, Libra moon on a Friday. Come on. That's the one. That's the love magic you want to do. But then we are looking at the letting go, the releasing, the clearing the plate, the alchemy, the forgiveness, the surrender, the shadow work, hence 7-card draw shadow read to the new moon in Taurus. Saturday, April 30th, 4:27 p.m. So, clues, tips, and hints about chakras and energy and what to let go of to make space, a clean slate for that new moon in Taurus. You can really focus on your life values, right? That fixed earth stuff. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because we got more than one thing going on. Your sun might have something different than your moon, your Venus, your rising. You get that. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And if you want a private read from me, there's a video in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal explains everything for you, just like Clarissa, so we get the business done. Let's go from explanation to divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do what I can to get my fellow Virgos the clarity they need to make the wisest, most loving, empowered decisions during a waning moon. Please take a nice deep breath. That vibe came in serious. Still point. Using the Caroline Mace archetype deck, I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the General Assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons, all traditions, lineages, and cultures. What is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra? See if that comes around again. The 8th chakra of the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading. The lesson that they gotta, do the shadow work to get through, affecting every chakra underneath it, to do the alchemy of lead to gold, shadow to light, pain to peace, illusion to truth. This waning moon, April 2022. The Pioneer, not the card that I saw before, but certainly in terms of shadow work, Pioneer can be very, very intense. I would think it is a creative family archetype. There are 9 different families. The creativity is one of them. So I'm going to read you the shadow. What's written on the card here? The shadow indicates the shadow work, the lead, right? The light, what you're shooting for, and the gold, the hidden blessing. And the hidden blessing we look at in the last card with the Blessed V. So let's look at this. The shadow attribute, a compulsive need to keep moving on, right? Like a pioneer, you find it, right? You pioneer the thing, you get it done, you're like, okay, next, right? Instead of like setting up camp, and it might certainly be commitment issues, and I can see that even in innovators and provocateurs, right? There's always, what's the next thing? The light attribute, passion for doing and creating what has never been done before. I don't know that I am a pioneer, but I don't know anybody else who's done it quite the way I did. We're all pioneers, I guess, in that sense. So it's not about, you know, percentage of people in the world, but a passion to do what's never been done before, to create what's never been done before. It'd be very powerful, very, very powerful, but there's a lot connected to that. A lot of that shadow, compulsive, that's the word. And Virgo's compulsive? Depends, right? Let's look at the next 4 chakras down. Spiritual power, mental power, willpower, emotional power, the internal world, the feminine energy, Daughters of the Moon Tarot. This is where the shadow work really begins, because throat chakra is choice. You got to choose to do it. No one else can do shadow work for you. Unfortunately, that'd be nice to hire out. Please take a nice deep breath. Outsourcing shadow work. Oh, please take a nice deep breath. Well, I guess that's what empaths are, but still point. Here we go. As I call upon my goddesses of Earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the North, please, what's going on, heart, third eye, crown, for this pioneer 8th chakra, Virgo collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs I'm talking to, watching this video, receiving this reading. What is it they need? What is it they need to be aware of going on in that interior world, that interior world? That personal level of power, and my goodness gracious, Leo just got this. And that's why I take the time to shuffle, and I shuffle in between when the camera's not rolling, guys. The Pisces card, it's a court card. Maiden of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups in the traditional tarot, the Mermaid. Mamiwatu, M-A-M-I-W-A-T-U, the Pisces card. Now, I have a Pisces moon, so trying not to read too much of my own stuff into the reads that I do here, but sometimes it just is what it is. There's a lot going on in Pisces right now, right? I'm kind of like Jupiter, Uranus or something conjunct, just a lot going on right now with the moon cruising through it sooner or later. So, you know, the emotional part of this is there. When it's a court card on the inside, this is really about heart chakra, but it's saying there's immutability there. Dolphin and shark, Flipper and Jaws, right? Guppy and Barracuda, you know, feeling a lot of different ways about things, and those feelings changing. But the different, you can have that for a reason. Virgo, it's totally possible. It is your opposite sign. I'm a Virgo Sun, Pisces Moon. I was born on a full moon, astrological opposition. But it is also the sign connected, Pisces, the 12th house, the collective unconscious. This could be empathy. This could be a lot of different things. This one's a general read. But pioneering that way could be interesting as well. Let's look. Next 3 chakras down, the physical world, the masculine energy, how the energy leaves your body and goes out into the world, right? Your yang dynamic, lower 3 chakras, root chakra, groups, tribes, all sorts of different ways you wouldn't even believe. 3 or more people, it's a tribe. Energetically in the root chakra. Second chakra, one-on-one relationship, your relationship to another person or thing. Money, creativity, sex, power, all that stuff. Solar plexus, your relationship to yourself, your honor code, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. Your personal intuition, your self-esteem, because self-esteem and intuition are linked. Let's see what hits the table. I have no idea. Please take a nice deep breath. Energy's high on it, though. Still point. As I call upon, oh my gods, Earth. Sign of Virgo, powers of the North, please, beloved ones, one card in clarity for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, giving this deck a nice thick shuffle after seeing Pisces come up 2 readings in a row. What is it they need to be aware of in the outside world? Lower 3 chakra dynamic, pioneer in the 8th, Pisces on the inner. What's going on the outer for the Virgos this full to new April 2-2? The Judgment card, Hermes is psychopomp. Underground. River Styx Speed Pass. River Styx Speed Pass. Look, there is a revelation coming. There is a judgment coming. There is a major arcana thing coming on here where something is going to be revealed to you that you must have pioneered in some way, right? Or something is revealed that is maybe the next pioneering thing to do. Again, creative archetype that can play itself out. But there's a lot of feelings about this. Let me clarify that. There are a lot of emotions about this. The lower three chakras is really intuitive feeling, right? Gut hunches are not emotions. In my book, they're not, in my experience. But this is more heart chakra and a lot of mutability. I mean, honestly, it's something more than just being triggered emotionally. No, the judgment card. I mean, this is where the truth comes out so that a final thing, a final judgment can be made. Yes, it is also a card of reconciliation, rising fully from the dead, so to speak, right? A reconciliation, all that stuff is true. But with the Pioneer, let's keep going. The chakras are in place. We've got 4 more cards to do. Let's fill in some blanks here, like with the Metcon healing mantra. Right? Mantras are just good in general. You know, they're different than affirmations. At least they are in my experience, but to each their own. Let's ask the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly what this is about. Breathe. Or at least what we can do, what we need to know. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters, General Assembly, please. 1 card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra for the Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, that's watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the healing mantra to help us bring these chakras into alignment, heal it, do the shadow work, do what needs to be done under grace and in perfect ways with that Pioneer in the 8th, Pisces on the inner, and the Judgment card on the outer, which has too many quantum threads going in too many different directions. That could be in anything. Please clarify, make it specific. What's the mantra that's going to help us heal this new to full April 2022? Balancing the brain. I can be and do all at once. This has been very helpful for me personally and as a Virgo. You know how they say we can overthink stuff? In the detailed way? I can be and do all at once is about not sacrificing one half of the brain for the other necessarily at any given moment, but allowing them to work in unity. And it has a lot to do with mindfulness and almost has I think does have a bit of a Zen Buddhist be here now, Eckhart Tolle kind of vibe. Check this out. I can be and do all at once, balancing the brain. When the brain is balanced, you're no longer bouncing back and forth between being and doing. Weekend, spiritual ascended being, weekday. Virgo, you're with me. You allow each action to be expressed from a space of mindfulness, peace, and ease. In a balanced brain, each inner battle has been won, which makes it easier to navigate around those whose minds are still entrenched in conflict. Feels like something's going to come out of nowhere with this Judgment card. From this space, you are able to do all that needs to be done while operating from your soul's natural state of being. And your soul's natural state of being is one of peace and kindness and compassion and all that jazz. But there's an emotional part of this journey here in the shadow work, where as you do that shadow work, something's going to be revealed to you in the outside world. Now, by the way, here we do have Hermes, as I said, as Psychopomp, the guide of souls. Sorry. Pedantic. In the underworld, right? Literally bringing souls to the underworld that are already there. And I don't know why they're dressed as mummies, because, you know, that's not how they dress down there. At least it's not really the welcoming team that I've seen. Brains, not my gig. But there is certainly then an idea of shadow work being done, since he is in the underworld here. So that thing of that internal, well, and the underworld is the unconscious mind. It is the 12th house, Pisces dynamic, but crossing water of the river Styx to get there. It's all forever young. This mantra is ideal for reducing stress at work, being a more mindful parent, and increasing levels of accountability. It's interesting. Really interesting read. And I think a little bit more complex than some of the jigsaw puzzle piece readings that have been coming out. But then again, we are Virgos. The Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. Again, this could all be just about you, right? I'm not seeing anything involving anybody else necessarily here. That Judgment card is hitting you all 3 lower chakras. So let's see what happens. That could also be you from the outside looking in. You're having a bit of a judgment call here. Breathe. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love for the Virgo collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the piece of information, inspiration, insight they most need? Their higher selves, and the higher selves of all involved to alchemize this pioneer in the 8th, Pisces on the inner, their opposite sign, which could be a challenge. Judgment on the outer, balancing the brain, getting their lesson is to be and do all at once, to really come from that more centered, clear, soulful space, moment by moment by moment, while still getting stuff done. What's the piece of information, inspiration, insight, the whisper of love needed for the Virgos this full to new April 2022? Embrace your emotions. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions, but don't burn down the village either. Trust me, I'm Leo rising. Whoa, hard won wisdom there. HWW, hard won wisdom. Yeah, I mean, particularly as a pioneer, you might be going into aspects of your own consciousness that heretofore you have not. And therefore doing, really reviving that passion to do something that no one's ever done before. In some way, shape, or form, right? That's the part of it that's so open-ended here. But there's no question that you've got a lot of emotions about this. If you have any Leo placements, I would highly recommend, because it's the exact same card in the exact same position. But when it comes to Hermes, not as the trickster, not as the messenger, as the guide of souls from the middle world, right? I think it's the upper world, you could say, that this world to the underworld, cross the river Styx and all of that, well, you know, that's a big deal. There is something being revealed in the outside world here, something that was hidden, something rising from its own ashes, perhaps, and a renewal. The guidance is clear. Be here now. Be mindful. But you have to embrace what you're feeling, even if that's completely contradictory to that mindful place, right? Take some time and space for yourself. Virgos need their own space. It's just how it is. Just how it is. And I ain't mad about it. If you're going to do the shadow work, why not have a spirit animal and or totem along with you, because you do anyway, right? Let's see what they have to say. Divine Animals Oracle, Stacy DeMarco. Going to read it from the bookie book. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, please, who walks with them, who walks with us, who flies with us, who swims with us, who crawls with us through this shadow work of the pioneer Pisces judgment, balancing the brain, embracing our emotions for the well-being of all. What do we need? Who do we need to know? What do we need to work with? Spirit animals and totems, what is the divine oracle message this full to new April 2022? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous card. The deer. Now I will get up. I have pants on. Trust me, I'm not sitting on my cushions without pants. Right, look at that. Look at that. The artwork for really Blue Angel Publishing across the board is just exquisite. I don't have everything they have. They produce, obviously. Card number 11. Card number 11, the deer, and our keyword there. Wait. Let me get the page first. Why do we do it? Power. Little Katya. Hashtag Katya. Let's out breathe. Power. Well, maybe that's part of what this judgment thing is about and why being in the moment. Yeah, got it. Breathe. Dear, power. You are enough. You are worthy. Ethics are a part of building a genuine personal power. Stand strong in front of bullies and build your boundaries tenaciously. Be proud of what you have achieved, but humble in your outlook. Well, I guess that's how you mitigate that. Let's read the magic. Dear magic. New knows, white courtesy telephone. Dear magic is all about personal power. Solar plexus, solar plexus, solar plexus, right? When you feel powerless or small, imagine a stag with a crown of antlers standing by you. Done. Lending you its presence and strength. Deer energy is also great for healing a weak body and for going on astral journeys, as the North did in their SEIDER, Seder, what do I think? Magic. The deer. Now, come on, there are deers all over the planet, pretty much. But certainly here on Long Island, they're a thing. Connecticut, lime in the coconut, don't check it all out. This is about power. Now, the power, obviously, the gateway here is something is revealed to you as a result of you embracing your emotions, right? And there's more to it than that, right? It's embrace your emotions, don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. But some people then take that as carte blanche to just blast people, and that's not really the tea. That's not really the healing that we have going on here. In fact, it is saying build your boundaries. Yeah, sure, keep out toxic people for the time you need to. Sometimes you can create a gate later because people heal. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But boundaries are also about binding back, right? So it's like, I'm not going to act on this, but I'm going to heal this, and I'm going to feel this, and I'm going to pray my way through it if I have to. That's ethical. Particularly because if you do burn down the village, the dolphin's going to come back. It's going to be like, why did we do that, right? Balancing the brain, balancing the sea life. C plus. Seahorses, C minus. C plus. One more card. The hidden blessing. The hidden blessing. Dessert, hopefully, right? As we said in the first card, the Pioneer archetype, there's lead and gold. This indicates the gold, the hidden blessing. I'm going to read it from the bookie book full out, though. I do. The blessing is when I read it. We do those for realsies here. But then we'll chat a little bit at the end. All right? So, last card down. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the pantheons of all pantheons, all traditions, all lineages, all cultures, please, one card in clarity. Please, for the Virgo Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, if we do the shadow work, give us a clue, a tip, a hint about the hidden blessing in all of this. Because there's always one there. That's why it's hidden. We don't see it because it's hidden. But that we can really take the guidance and the grace and know that there is a star pulling us forward throughout with this Pioneer in the 8th with a passion passion for doing and creating what has never been done before, but with this emotional Pisces going on the inside. That Knight of Pentacles, this could be romantic just because we see it as the romantic knight for sure, but with that Judgment card on the outer, that something's being revealed, which we have to be authentic about embracing the emotions, but balancing the brain, being and doing at the same time, finding that balance between the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine within ourselves. And with that comes great power. Hence the responsibility to not burn down the village when it's shark time. Mixing element metaphors there, please. What's the hidden blessing for us Virgos? Should we do this? Should we do our best on this shadow work, this full to new, April 2022? If you have any Leo placement, it's not the same card as Leo, but theirs was a blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. Well, Virgs, we've got a blessing on a resolution. Makes sense. Makes sense. But let's look at her. She's like, I got a dagger, but let's talk about it. Card number 27. A resolution, huh? It's a long one, but I'm going to do it full out. Please, take a nice deep breath. Last time, I'm asking. Breathe. Trying to keep it light, that's all. Still point. Pantheons, say it through me. A blessing on a resolution. A blessing to bring respectful resolution to a troubling condition, situation, or set of circumstances. It is a sad truth of the nature of humans that instead of cooperating, we sometimes compete. Believing that unless we can have as much as possible, we may walk away from a dispute or negotiation with less than what we feel we deserve. In this circumstance, sometimes the unfortunate aspects of humanity are most highlighted. Our greed, our inability to come together and truthfully speak of our needs. And there can be manipulation. It can very easily be about a work situation or situation involving money. That's sort of the vibe I'm getting here. This is about you pioneering and creating something and dealing with the money part of the world and that Judgment card. Let's keep going. Within these circumstances, let us bring a blessing and ask for a higher power's will to take this circumstance and change it for the better. Messenger of the god, well, and god of liars, tricksters. He's the Loki of the Greeks, however you want to see that. Liars, gamblers, thieves. Love him. May there be a blessing on all concerned with this troubling time, this conundrum that has kept you awake and had you fearful. May all those involved see the beauty in a swift and easy solution which presents itself simply and in perfect timing. May the quarrels and the disputes become history and be learned from, so that errors of judgment are never repeated. May all involved become their best self, devoted to finding a way through the puzzle pieces of peaceful resolution of a grievance. May any ill feeling be softly replaced with the quiet optimism and a willingness to be open, honest, and understanding of all parties' true needs. May there be no more trickery, Hermes. Revelation of truth, the Judgment card. No more hiding, the Judgment card. No more falsehoods, a ditto. No more rancor and no more fear. Let all those involved come to a respectful meeting and truthfully find a fruitful way to to restore dignity to all. May your particular needs be more than met. May your expectations be unclouded. and may greed fall away from any who have sought to take advantage of these troubles. May none profit from the separations that have taken place, but may what is decided be fair and just, and recognize all that you have contributed for so long. May there be a blessing on every conversation, on every meeting. And finally, when you walk away from the table and all is divided and terms are agreed upon, may all brooding subterranean resentments be rooted out and purified, never to rise again. Let you be satisfied and make the most of this resolution and go forward, freed from any burdens and uplifted and supported by what you have rightfully and honorably gained. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. And that's a quantum thing. If we can resolve something this way within ourselves, a resolution with other people, then may that show up in the world. And why not? We're doing something that's never been done before, directly trying to do this through spirituality, healing, and the quantum, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. But there are emotions involved, right? And so there is something being revealed here with the judgment card. Maybe some trickery, some shenanigans have been revealed as they go, but we got to embrace our emotions about that, and we got to balance the brain doing all at once, because there is great power, but we have to keep our integrity in it in order to receive this blessing on a resolution that was pretty intense. Sorry, I thought the garbage truck was coming. It wasn't, so it was speeding through. So did you like it? Oh my god, like it. Do you want more? Subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I put these out when they're done. I don't push myself anymore. I don't have to. You know why? I'm on Patreon, patreon.com/drawing the circle, neener. And I know this was a heavy read, but just know, if you need me, book me. Clients come first, Patreon second, in career, right? Everything else my heart is open for. So wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed, my Virgos. This is a very intense read, so hang in there. And remember, you can always ask for help. If not from me, find it, ask it. And I know we hate doing it, but do it. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.